headlines. Meghalaya CEO holds meeting with representatives of political parties. Meeting dwells on collaborative efforts to make the election free, fair and healthy. A total of 6,106 electors have been registered for home voting across the state, home voting to end on April 13th. State BJP directs party workers to vote and work for NDA candidate in Meghalaya. And now for the news in detail. The Chief Electoral Officer B.D.R. Tiwari on Friday held a meeting with representatives of various political parties after a few instances of pre-poll violence was reported in the state. The representatives of the political parties raised concerns of the recent incidents both at Umsning as well as in Jayau and asked for additional security measures during the election rallies. Talking to the media, Tiwari said that the meeting dwelled on further ways to make the elections free, fair and healthy. The representatives for all the political parties attended the meeting called by the Chief Electoral Officer.
And from their representative who attended, they have informed they want to maintain all the peace and harmony at each and every level. So, and further, I can't comment over all such issues. It is being looked by the district election officer and by his team, and we are also keeping close watch over entire situation.
In Meghalaya, by the 13th of April, the home voting is expected to be completed. A total of 6,106 electors have been registered for home voting across the state, with 3,424 such voters in 36 assembly segments of Shillong Lok Sabha seat and the remaining 2,682 in the 14th assembly segments under the Tura Lok Sabha constituency. The Vote from Home initiative introduced by the Election Commission for differently abled and senior citizens aged 85 and above is receiving a good response from the public. Along with this, the home voting for absentee voters is also being conducted by the ECI.
More than 40% of the disability, they are eligible to cast their vote. So they are already marked, and based on that one, Form 12B has been circulated. Around more than 20,000 people and around 6,000 plus people has around 6,000 people they have opted for the home voting. So accordingly the plan has been worked out and the team has been made, and this it is going very well, and some of the people, more than 100-year-old people, also been able to cast their vote.
The BJP has directed its party workers in Meghalaya to vote for the NDA candidate in both Shillong and Tura seat. BJP spokesperson M. Kharkrang said that the directions have also been issued to party workers to go all out and support the NDA candidates in both seats. The BJP Meghalaya recently decided not to field any candidates in 2 years of Meghalaya and instead support its partners NPP in Meghalaya. Initially, there was a resentment in the party against the move, but Kharkrang claimed that the issue has now been resolved. He also said that the talks about who will form the government at the centre is over, and now the only thing that needs to be seen is how many seats will BJP get after securing a clear majority in the polls.
I had a series of meetings with our karyakartas and workers now, and we had given instructions to them to pass on the message to all our supporters, and that whoever we are supporting now is an NDA candidate. The symbol may be different, but initially there were a lot of resentment on, but now our workers have come to terms with it, and they have agreed that if that's the instructions that has come from the High Command, so we will abide by it, and now we have asked them to go all out and canvass for the NDA candidate. So for us it's not NPP, but it's an NDA candidate.
As the Lok Sabha election takes centre stage and campaigning process reaches its feverish pitch, along with political parties and candidates in the fray, the expectations and aspirations of the parties are also juggled, with each taking their own shots on the issues and concerns of what should be and what shouldn't. Here is a report.
Along came opinions and observations of the public with the promises and assurance of each of the candidates battling the Lok Sabha polls. And while few pitched for development and issue-based outcome, many other focused on the candidate. Tony Ho S. Karsati, a law student at Nehu, laid emphasis on creating more employment opportunities. He expects the elected should provide youth-oriented policies.
Leaders ba ka development ro ini ke state ndai tang ba shuang ba kyunra ba ha ka lok sabha ro ngakwa ba eki ban ken tai bhai ke state ke ndai tang man shu agree ba ya ki eki ba ong ka ki ruling parties ke.
A political science student, Gerald Albert Kurba, stressed on the need to choose a candidate based on their capability to perform. Kurba said issues of unemployment, inclusion of Khasi and Garo language in the 8 schedules, border issue and development in the rural areas should be the key issue.
Unra ya shibun kimat kibamangi samlang ya kendu takalong hakajing bumyo kam yo jam je kumnu ban pli kilat klenti ban aikam ajam ye ki kun samla kumnu ban sengkam sengjam kawai kalong kamtam ya kimat chongajat mendri wata kebangi dawa hadu menta kalong ban perung yakin kasih hak khanit bapra.
A teacher, Kular Khongjirem, said the elected representatives for Shillong seat should bring back the past glory of the state. He said if the right person is not elected, the state of affairs will remain the same and the state will remain development staff.
Kila rang yang Meghalaya hang ti po parliament hapor yang ba hoban yuta bamkwa hidwal blai kini ki wanra ya kanam gupurom jong rikasi bat ngiyo I hagitu gipon ke Meghalaya yung I kan long sisya kumong Professor Gigi Swen a patch of grace and beauty and a shining outpost for the whole of India kalong sisya ka nuksa giveaway ki benta jong ke India nek bersusi kalong ba haji negi senam ki bladam ki fausnam hadin yang Professor Gigi Swen hadin jong iba hoban bat giveaway jong ba joy ngiyo I bat kadali kam rasalia tham ya Jibril yang I nang ni nampak Meghalaya.
Bureau Report, Didi Meghalaya.
Bogged down by life's unpredictable circumstances, battered by poverty, a woman with her 5 children struggles on braving the difficulties of life and sharing her weight of troubles and providing the much needed hope and light at the end of the tunnel is the support she received from the community. Here is a report.
Display of community support, the Federation of the Khasi, Jaintia and Garo people, FKJGP Umling Circle in Ribhoi, has provided a glimmer of hope to a woman and her 5 children and a dilapidated living situation following the demise of her husband. Martina Shadab, a resident of Umling Sarang, has single-handedly caring for her 5 children. The FKGTP members handed over a newly constructed house to the family, marking a significant step towards improving their living conditions. FKJGP District President Louis Starlingdor emphasized on the importance of leaders taking responsibility for the well-being of their communities. He urged all stakeholders to cultivate a sense of responsibility towards their fellow community members.
Kaseng klem da don kajing kerna klem dan kajing kenrandin wala kalai I kajing kaban up sakmat ru dai kum kinong yelam ki bom jeng kenrandin ha kara radang ki persang bantur di dei namara kata kadau long bana kaliang jong kinong yelam jong sarkil kila sim ni kana jam ban yarap ban no senyang ban pensena ya kana kajing sya wei nang long ying ibeduk ibedon sapok kana senong sarang.
Bureau Report, Laya.
It was a battleground of issues, promises and concerns as candidates of different political parties for the Shillong parliamentary seat battle it out at the common platform in Nongstoin, trying to outdo each other and score voters. Here is a report.
Leaders from 4 political parties participated in the campaign. The first to go was independent candidate Lakhon Kama, who expressed concerns for the challenges faced by rural communities. Kama outlined his mission to enhance the educational sector, bolster healthcare infrastructure and create employment opportunities for youths among the development goals. Robert June Khajarin represented the RDA, emphasized Nongstoin's aspiration for self-governance, citing Wycliffe's Ames tenure as instrumental in this pursuit. Karjarin pledged to hold his vision, advocating for indigenous rule and addressing pertinent issues such as ILP, Khasi language preservation, and border disputes.
Primary school, but keep middle school. Namangite, kaskol jongi bon sen, kim ay ki ka training ka mabyan. Ki hikay ki tami subject, haray haka jemper ka tamay, mantangin ay ki ka training ka mabyan. Lai project ki training ki naman yahapo ka school. Hindi tami subject, science, math, social studies, English, Hindi, Khasi air. Haray na bon sen hali, baleren, yakan namin jo
Leaders from the NPP, including Deputy Chief Minister Preston Tinsong and CEM KHADC Pinyat Singh Siem, rallied support for Dr. M. Ampurin Lingdo, highlighting the development strides made by the NPP-led MDA government across Meghalaya, including Nongstoin. Tinsong challenged rival parties to account for the contributions to infrastructure and hosting development. The Grand Old Party Congress was represented by Charles Marngar, MLA of Mauhati, and other leaders. Marngar underscored the Indian National Congress historical initiative, citing concerns over religious freedom and highlighting MP's Vincent H. Bala's effort in fostering state development.
As part of the systematic voters' education and electoral participation for general election to the Lok Sabha 2024 program, a blood donation program was organized at Eastern West Khasi Hills district. The program was organized by the District Election Officer Office in collaboration with the U. Tirot Singh Memorial Hospital, Mairang, and the Regional Blood Bank Pasteur Institute from Shillong. The program was attended by Deputy Commissioner, Karmoplang, medical superintendents, and various officials. And now for the weather report. Maximum temperature 24.1 degrees Celsius, minimum temperature 14.3 degrees Celsius, relative humidity in the morning 43% and in the evening 67%. Forecast thunderstorm lightning is likely to occur at isolated places. And now for the headlines once again. Meghalaya CEO holds meeting with representative of political parties. Meeting dwells on collaborative efforts to make the elections free, fair and healthy. A total of 6,106 electors have been registered for home voting across the state, home voting to end on April 13th. State BJP directs party workers to vote and work for NDA candidate in Meghalaya. Well, that's all we have for you in today's edition of the news. Do tune in tomorrow at the same time and same channel. Have a good night.